Hey, you're running.
Stay put, microphone. Hey, everybody. I guess we're probably live and.
All right, Dan. I think
you're
ready to kick it off.
All right, here we go. Hail and well met, our fellow Hearthstone players, and welcome to HearthCoach, the podcast that can help you be legendary. I'm your host, Dan, and this is my co-host, Fred.
Hello, everybody.
As I gesture to him on my left as I see him in the screen here. He, over there as I point to him again, is a player of legendary rank. And I have convinced him to come and coach me and record it in podcast form and put it out there to hopefully help some of you make it to legendary also. And, oh, I forgot to change because we have helped make some people make it to legendary.
Correct. We have the Hall of Legends, couple of
That's
listeners.
Right. Well, I'll work on that opening some other time. I'll write out a new one day and change that ending. So, anyway, Fred, how we doing on this fine fourth video cast?
We're doing great, and I am very honored to introduce our very first guest coach that's going to be joining us. That has agreed to help us because Dan, I said, we did Control Warrior, and it is time to try some other control decks because people are getting tired of the aggro. So we're gonna go with Handlock. But I'm not that good at Handlock. I have been beaten by it a lot. So I said we need reinforcements.
I'm the guy that needs the coaching.
We actually need royalty. So
yes, we need somebody that really knows how to play Handlock. Yeah, you got any idea?
So I ran across this person, probably self-proclaimed or maybe community-proclaimed Queen of Handlock. So we have her here today, and welcome to the show, Karma.
Hi, everybody. Thank you guys for having me.
We're so excited to have you here. It's like
Twitch chat appointed.
Let me explain something to our viewers because it may look funky. I'm the amateur producer here, and I couldn't figure out the Skype with 3 cameras. So you'll see alternating views between Dan and Karma. Apologize for not having them both at the same time. You'll see me all the time because I'm the local feed here. But just bear with us. We'll figure all this out as we get more guests into the show. But anyway, with that out of the way, Karma, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
He's a little frazzled working his way through trying to get us up and running. We are a few minutes late from our official start time this evening, but it's all good, Fred, man. You're doing a fine job, and I appreciate you getting this going because I've just been sitting here twiddling my thumbs, letting you figure this whole thing out.
Yep. So, reminding everybody, the reason we're doing the live video is because we reached another 10 items reviews. So we're up to 40, which we get another 10, we'll do it again. So there's another announcement of that type, and that is that we reached 100 Twitter followers. So that's pretty exciting.
Awesome.
on the HearthCoach account. I was saying, for comparison, I said, let me look at Karma real quick just to get a feel for it. And she has like 3,000 or some number. I was like, okay, we have a ways to go, but it's all good. Let me tell you, the first time I discovered Karma, without getting too much into her telling us her story, was during the last call for BlizzCon last year. So that thing was a mess because they let everybody in that had a legend card back.
Yeah.
So I got into it, but they were streaming some of the matches, and one of them was this gamer girl that would put on her sunglasses when she was about to kill the opponent. I was like, that's pretty cool. She's got like a signature thing going on. And then maybe you can tell us more about that experience, Karma.
Yeah, that was extremely haywire. A lot of the people after the tournament found out that they didn't even have the legend card back. and like 90% of the tournament was like, so it was just really messed up. But I think there was about 1,800 people in that tournament.
It was
Wow.
big.
It was like round of like 200s or something like that. It was crazy. I made it to, I think, top 16, and I ended up losing by 1 damage. I was 1 damage off lethal to this person who wasn't even allowed to play in it.
Oh man.
So he took my BlizzCon spot and then never ended up going. So I'm still pretty salty about that. Like a year
I would
later.
be too. Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry to
Yeah.
hear that. That hurts me just hearing the story.
Yeah.
It all
Oh,
came
goodness.
down to me not attacking with my dagger with my rogue on turn 2. If I had hit and re-daggered
Oh.
on turn 3, I would have had lethal, but I was one off like 10, 15 turns later.
Oh my goodness. That's just a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
But
live
it was
and learn.
fun. It was good tournament experience, and gained some exposure, and met a lot of cool people through that. So I would do it again in a minute.
so
Yeah.
just for, I found out about you then, and I know you stream, and I watch your stream pretty regularly. But before we get into that, maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you get into Hearthstone? Is this your first game, or you played some other Blizzard games or card games?
No, this is my first card game actually, so I'm still learning the mechanics of a card game and how they work a little bit and trying to perfect it here and there. But I used to play. My first game was Call of Duty. I
Okay.
know that everybody played it like 5 years ago. That was me. I played that all the time. And other than that, it was really just from Call of Duty to Hearthstone. I just kind of stopped playing Call of Duty, switched over to Hearthstone for whatever reason, and just continued to play that. Now
What-
I play Heroes too and everything.
So you didn't play other Blizzard games like Diablo or WoW or anything like that?
Nope.
So the lore is kind of new to
The lore
you.
means nothing to me. I know nothing about any of that. It's funny.
I played WoW all the way up to the release of the Cataclysm. That's when I dropped out. I couldn't tell you the lore, and I played the game a lot up until then. But the lore, I'd never sunk in. Some of the different heroes and whatnot are familiar to me. The names are, but I couldn't tell you any of the stories.
Yeah, it's funny when all these cards get released and people start talking about the lore and they go back and they're like, oh, this panda guy's in now and the king is coming. I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea what's going
There's
on.
that new Warlock legendary that supposedly has Jaraxxus in the back and is supposed to mean something. I'm like, I have no clue because I've never
Oh,
played.
yeah. I actually learned that one. He is the guy who releases Jaraxxus or summons him or something.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, I picked up that much listening to card breakdowns and other podcasts
Yeah.
during the course of the week. So yeah.
So did you start playing early beta or was it well into release?
It was beta. It was March of the year. It got released in 2013 in September, right?
Like
Something like that.
the beta, right?
Yeah, the very early stage was
Mhm.
September 2013. I started playing March 2014, so it was a few months after.
Yeah, I think I got
So I've
got the invite in February, something like that. So
yeah, around there. Yeah,
okay.
sometime around there.
And you've made Legend like a bajillion times?
Yeah, I made Legend. I've made Legend every season on NA, and I think like 5 or 6 times on EU.
Oh goodness.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it said
Bravo.
it says like 20 something times, and you're like, how can that be? There's only been 16 seasons. But when you play in multiple servers and do it in multiple servers, then
Yeah.
you're really
Sometimes lucky.
that's a lot.
I hope some of that luck rubs off on me tonight. I could use some luck like that. Goodness.
Hope so.
Yeah. So let me see. Anything else you want to share? You have a stream.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been streaming for a year now, and it's going pretty well. I stream pretty regularly. Usually I stream every weekday and sometimes do special late night streams on the weekends with like a different game other than Hearthstone, just to take a little break. Because the game can get monotonous at times, especially because I get so salty.
Yeah.
So,
That's a good time for. I want to put something out there while I'm thinking of it because since this last patch, I now have to play Hearthstone with my virus protection off, and I don't have any idea what that is all about. If I turn on my virus protection, the game becomes unplayable. The lag's so bad, it's unplayable. That's so. If anybody out there is having this same problem, because there was a bunch of us and Blizzard deleted the thread, and I've gotten no response on what I've posted. Yeah, if anybody else has had this issue or has found a way around it, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your train of thought, but I wanted to remember to put that out there. And while I was remembering it, I had to throw that out there.
That's good. Tech support from the chat or from the listeners to help Dan with his...
I am reaching out to the hive mind at the moment because I cannot figure this out other than turning off my virus protection, which is going to be cutting into my playing time, which is what made me think of that. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to interrupt like that.
It's all good. So
no.
Streaming for about a year. It's going pretty well. You have some consistent viewers.
Oh, yeah, it's
me
doing
included.
really well. Yes, I see Fred in there all the time. We chat quite frequently about ladder and things like that. And, just enjoying streaming, going to school, just
What are you taking to school?
I was pre-med. Now I am deciding what I want to do. So I'm like in the transition phase of deciding. Do I want to be a not NPR, an RN, a registered nurse, or do I want to be a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant, that type of thing?
Okay.
All that stuff is really good, actually.
Yeah.
I can't go too wrong there. That's for sure.
Yeah, my girlfriend's a CNA.
Oh, wow. Does she like it?
Yeah, she's going to school right now to get her massage therapy license, which is a huge bonus for me. So
That is a bonus for you.
yes, that was one of her best decisions she's ever made, was to go and get that license.
That's funny.
I've been very supportive of that idea. But
all right, so for our listeners, you can. What's the? We'll put the link on the notes to your Twitch streaming channel so that they can check it out. She's very entertaining. She can be salty at times, like you said, gets frustrated, but that's part of the fun of
salty.
it. Last night, I think, was one of those where you're like,
I was so salty last night.
I'm starting to
The
get
beginning
salty.
of the season makes me the saltiest. So salty.
Well,
do you have like some regular hours during the day that a time that you log in to start casting at night, or is it
typically I start my stream between 6 and 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, those have been the hours lately.
Yeah. So speaking about, you said the beginning of the season, but let's talk about the end of last season.
Yes.
So I was talking in the last show that I got to 44 at one point in the season, but it was way too early, so it wouldn't keep because it decays. So it had decayed to like 80 or so in like a day. So it's like, this is not going to hold. So I try hard at the end of the season. The last 45 minutes were just a disaster.
The last 45 minutes were crazy. I was watching the whole thing. It was nuts.
It was...
I can imagine.
I couldn't catch a break. There were the doomsayers coming out of the shredders, all this stuff that just makes it so much worse. I have people watching. They're like, how can this be? So I landed at 500 or something like that. So
oh, really? Wow. I thought I saw you at like 120 there with like a few hours to go.
The last 3 games or something was just awful.
Complete downfall. Ugh.
So
if you hit one loss in the last hour, you're screwed.
it's
Pretty much.
devastating. Yeah, I was trying to get into the 100. I got very close, but it's okay. Like I've discussed in the past, I won. I was runner up to one of these weekly tournaments, so I do have enough points to go to the last call. So I'll be showing up there, and
Oh, that's good.
because I got 5 points WCS.
I don't even have 5 points yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't really try-harded ladder until this season.
Yeah, so tell me about that because I know you had a pretty good finish.
Yeah, I finished I think 55 legend. I'm not sure. I was at 30 with about 6 hours left, and I decayed.
Right.
Which I thought I would decay more. I thought I would end in the 80s, so I didn't want to queue anymore. I was like, all right, I'll take the 80 and just get top 100 next season. And yeah, I ended up not decaying as much. I actually contemplated playing a game with about 5 minutes left to see that if I could get just above the 50 mark to get my 2 points. But I decided against it because in case the game took too long, and I didn't want to mess it up or anything like that. So I just took the points. But I made it with my own deck. Feels good, man.
All right.
I made my own version of Dragon Handlock.
Actually, I'm gonna show it on the screen here real quick.
Okay.
Right here in the middle of this thing should be showing up right now. Oh,
Yeah.
Puff the Magic Dragons.
Yep. I climbed with Ysera and Chromagus in my Handlock deck, along with some other techs that I made, which surprised people. I think the element of surprise is in there. A lot of people thought I was probably Mallylock when they saw the Corruptors, and I wasn't. So they sometimes they overcommit to Molten Giant, and I just punish them because I run those.
Right, because Mallylock doesn't have him, right?
Right. It's just based on burst. And a lot of people, it was really nice. Ysera just wins you Handlock mirrors. There's literally, no Warlocks are running Siphon Soul right now. And the silences usually go to your Twilight Drakes. So Ysera just wins Warlock matches. And she's good against Patron. If you can get her out there and taunt her up after they've used their Execute, she's really good. Or any matchup where you can just taunt her up. She's really good against Druid, because the Keepers are burned on the Twilight Drakes. Mm-hmm. And it's just a really unexpected card. Of course, she destroys Priest, as long as they don't have the Shrinkmeister combo. Ugh, I've dealt with that a few times.
Wow.
And Chromagus, if he lives a turn, the game's over, because you draw like 6 cards off him and just refill your hand. He's just really good, so... Yep,
yeah, I mean,
ended up doing pretty well.
A 4-12 is brutal if you don't have. I mean, you have to throw everything at it or have some kind of hard removal. And if you're saying that the Siphon Soul has been cut, that's a problem.
Yeah, a lot of them have cut Siphon, and I'm trying to think of the other decks. A lot of people have cut non-BGH removal, right? Like the Siphon Souls, the Sheeps. I'm trying to think of other things off the top of my head that I can't think of. But like Hex comes to mind. The Sheep removal. Mm-hmm. Those things that people just aren't running. They just are like using BGH because it seems like everyone just runs those big threats. So it seems weird for my Handlock deck to play around BGH with those cards, but when you're playing late game dragons and I'm only running 1 Mountain Giant, sometimes I don't get an 8-drop, 8-attack target out before my dragons. Mm-hmm. So it's really good to not lose that swing of momentum to a BGH on turn 8 or turn 9, because the deck is really, really reliant on tempo.
So look at that. Not only top 100, but with a original, semi-original, deck with all kinds of interesting stuff in it. A Chromagus, I would never think to run that on anything, but hey, she made it work. That's pretty impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you. The Handlock mirrors were so easy. You just don't attack them, and you just let Ysera just keeps sitting out on the board, and you just collect Nightmare and Ysera's Awakens until you just burst them down. There's literally nothing they can do, but it's just funny. It's just so funny. You just sit there and wait. You can literally just like end turn over and over again. Because Ysera's just so good. But there were times like when I was playing Freeze Mage, I would put Chromagus out there knowing I had 2 heal bots in like my bottom 10 decks. I'd just pull like double heal bot from the Chromagus and just stuff like that. It was just awesome. It was such a fun deck to play.
You had a good time doing it too. That's awesome.
Yeah, we made it. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I want to try this thing out. I got a golden Ysera I can throw in this thing.
Oh yeah. I made it at rank 1000 legend, and we went from rank 1000 to about 80 or so without losing. So we went at 13-0 at one point.
Wow. And
then I hit my first loss at around 80, the 80 game. I think overall I am 31-2 with this deck, or 31-3. My 3 losses were to Face Hunter, I think, and I just drew poorly, so there wasn't much I could do.
Happens.
Wow, that's impressive. That's amazing.
What else helps though is nobody's anticipating this. It's your own original creation, so you start throwing down cards, and people are like, "What?" And they're scratching their head, going, "I don't know what's going on here."
Yeah, it worked now. Now people know it. I released the deck on Reddit and competitive Hearthstone Reddit, and a bunch of my friends were asking me for it. So now it's known. Yeah. I've still had success with it today, so I don't think a ton of people know about it, but it is more known now. A lot of people on ladder that I play, that friends that I played at the legend rank who weren't expecting it now kind of know. Oh, Karma's probably running her dragon deck, so I gotta be careful.
Yeah, that's half of it, right? The element of surprise, having things that people don't expect. Reminds me of
the best time to run them.
Reminds me of the Pinnacle, bringing that crazy paladin that nobody saw. They're like, wait a second, what happened? I just got hit for 7 on turn 2. I didn't know this was coming.
And Black Knight is a good card to run when no one's running it. Like Mind Control Tech, Ooze, those types of things. When no one's running it, they're the best.
There was so much Mind Control Tech at the end of the season. I lost a few times to that too. I don't want to remember.
But
okay, buddy.
It does make people make interesting decisions. Like when they burn their silences. If someone knows that someone has a Chromagus and a Ysera, but they also have a Twilight Drake, it works really in your favor. It almost psychs out your opponent too if they know what's coming. But the Moltens, I think, are the best part of the deck. It just surprises people.
Yeah, you managed to fit a lot of stuff in here. Actually, that's pretty impressive. So
it's very weird, but it works. It's very weird, but it works.
Yep.
I dig weird.
All right. Well, I think that we do want to do Handlock, but I wasn't sure about the Dragon Lock. There was one other Handlock that was very popular at the end of last season. It got like a surge, and it's a demon Handlock. Did you run into much of this, Karma?
Yeah, I played this a few seasons ago.
Okay.
And I had really good success with it. It was like on the first day of the season, I made a deck like this on stream, and I did really well. I got like rank 4 in the first day or something like that. I think it's a list almost exactly like this. Yeah, the Double Mountains, Moltens, and Mal'Ganis and Drexus.
Right.
Except I ran Dread Infernal over Doomguard.
Okay.
For Paladin reasons, because a lot of them were playing the Muster for Battle, and I wanted another answer to the 1/1s, so Dread Infernal kind of helped if I could get it, play it, if Void Caller didn't bring it out on the table.
Right. And
it was also a non-BGH target, but Doomguard is just as good. So I didn't run Lotheb though. I think I ran Belcher. So, but yes, I do like this deck a lot. It's very nice for anti-aggro climbing. It's really, really strong.
So it should be a good fit for this time of the season, I guess.
Hopefully.
All right, so we're enlisting your help, Karma, on showing us the way, and help Dan get some stars tonight.
Well,
I hope so.
The main point, as long as we have a good time and learn something, hopefully we'll get some stars in the process.
It's a little rough opening with Handlock in the beginning of the season because there's so much aggro, and Handlock comes down to just basically being able to draw the cards. So hopefully we can make some progress here tonight.
Okay. Do you want to kind of break down the deck for our listeners? Because I'm sure some of them aren't super familiar with the deck. In general, just how to play it and stuff.
So
kind of the goal of Handlock, all that stuff.
Handlock is a control deck, a heavy control deck that basically wins against other control decks because of the threat of playing a big creature every turn. So you basically want to utilize your hero power, which is the draw the card, take 2 damage. And it synergizes with almost every single card in your deck. If you tap every turn up to turn 4, you can play a Mountain Giant. And then while you're taking damage from your hero power, you also have Molten Giants, which get reduced by your health total. So you're basically utilizing the Warlock hero power to be able to play a big creature every turn and basically just overwhelm your opponent. And you run Twilight Drakes that gain health based on your cards. This particular deck runs Void Callers with Draxus and Mal'Ganis for a little bit extra board presence and health gain with the Mal'Ganis because you don't take any damage. But one of the biggest problems with Handlock is trying to survive early game against aggro. You really rely on Molten Giant, Healbot, and your early game removals like Mortal Coil and Dark Bomb to just kind of stabilize in the mid game and start taking control.
Excellent.
Any questions, Dan, you may have?
No, I got a pretty fair idea. I've got a reasonable idea that I'm going to know how to play this deck a whole lot better by the end of the evening, though.
So, Karma, just so you know, we record this in audio because part of our thing is that it's an audio podcast, so it's not going to have all the visual cues. So we will be narrating as if it was a basketball game or a baseball game. So it'll feel a little bit strange from that standpoint. So the way it works is Dan calls what his board looks like. He'll say, I played a Mortal Coil on the guy's Leper Gnome. And I'll be calling the other guy as he plays. And then you coach Dan however you do it. I normally let him think through it and then give him suggestions, but if you have a different approach, just be your normal self coaching.
Sure. Sorry.
Just know that there'll be that narration, so there will be a little bit of that. Okay?
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like hearing, when I coach, I like hearing people's opinions before I say anything, so.
Cool.
Hopefully we can do it that way.
Sounds like it. I'll just carry on like I would normally do.
Yeah, I'll just slide in.
And I'm pretty good at adapting, so this should work good.
Yeah, and I'll get in there if I feel like I disagree or something. Maybe we can talk about why.
Yeah.
Handlock's one of those decks that has a bunch of different plays. And I think what makes people really good at Handlock is it sounds really easy, but not to make the wrong play. Because there are a bunch of options with Handlock because your hand is so full.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think it's probably one of the hardest decks to play in the game, is because if you optimize your play every turn, if you make one simple mistake, you can get punished really hard for it.
Right.
Definitely.
I have to dash through this curtain and grab a water before we get doing this thing because my throat's already getting raspy.
Okay.
So
give
me 2 seconds.
What's behind the curtain? We can't see now. Oh, nope, he's back. We couldn't tell.
All right, maybe that was 3 seconds.
Pretty good. You ready to queue up?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
All right.
We're done.
So the name is Metal Dan? Okay, I see you.
All right. Yep. All right. Oh, no, I don't want that. I almost did that again. We are playing Demon Handlock, not Shockedin.
All All right, you're searching. I'm about to go into spectator mode here. There we
Do you
go.
have
Okay.
spectate enabled? Yeah, you do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I kicked
Yeah,
it
it's,
off.
it's great. I have so many listeners. I have people constantly coming in and out watching my games these days. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to be going first this time. I'm opening up with a Dark Bomb, Defender of Argus, and a Twilight Drake. I would dump the Defender of Argus.
Oh, hold on, wait.
And what's wrong?
My spectator is not working. Let me.
Okay. Well, for my opening hand, I guess I would hold the Twilight Drake and dump the Defender of Argus and keep Dark Bomb.
What are you going against?
Shaman.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shaman.
Shaman?
Yes.
Are you going first?
Yes.
Okay. I would dump the Twilight Drake.
Okay.
And really look for Hellfire or a second Dark Bomb or Coil because he's most likely Mech Shaman.
Okay.
Twilight Drake is probably too slow.
All right, I got a Molten Core and a Sun Fury Protector. And
There you
then
go,
I
it's a good
draw a Iron Beak Owl and can't do anything, so I end my turn.
All right, it's turn 1 for Shaman. He is playing a Cogmaster, so Karma predicted correctly that this is a Mech Shaman.
I draw a Defender of Argus. It's either Dark Bomb or draw a card. I'd flip a coin if I was on my own.
So I would Iron Beak that. For two reasons.
Oh.
One is because you want to get the 2/1 on the board.
Mm-hmm.
And the second reason is just because it prevents damage, and we just want to stabilize it mid-game and just survive as long as we can, right? So this Dark Bomb wants to be used for either Mech Warper or Whirling Zap-O-Matic.
Okay.
And if you silence, it may change his play a little. It might force him into something else.
Okay, so I played my Iron Beak Owl and silenced his Cogmaster.
Right, it's turn 2 for Mr. Shaman. He has 6 cards. He is playing a Zap-O-Matic. And he trades his Cogmaster into our Iron Beak Owl.
All right, on my third turn, I draw the Mountain Giant, still holding the Defender, Dark Bomb, Molten Giant, and a Sun Fury Protector. But about all I can do it. Okay, now do we Dark Bomb this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, Dark Bomb the
100%.
Whirling. All right.
Yeah, when you're playing Shaman, you really want to hard mulligan for a Dark Bomb or an Iron Beak. Just to deal with that, because if that lives, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, they'll Rock
Right.
Biter and Flame Tongue and get you for 28.
Right. So for our audio friends, I just Dark Bomb his Whirling Zap-O-Matic.
Yeah.
And we're waiting on to see what our Shaman friend's going to do
Well,
next.
it's turn 3, and he is thinking now. And out comes another Zap-O-Matic.
Oh, that's bad.
And coin. Anoyotron.
Oh,
Man.
not fair.
So this is where we get punished for Iron Beak Owling the Cogmaster.
Mortal Coil.
Okay. Yes, I drew a Mortar Coil. Oh, well now. I guess I just have to go ahead and draw a card and see what I get.
Mm-hmm.
Draw the Ancient Watcher. I guess I could go ahead and play the Ancient Watcher so it's down there to turn into a taunt next turn.
Exactly, I like it.
Okay. Playing the Ancient Watcher and ending my turn.
Here comes 16 damage. Or something. Let's see.
Yeah, we're gonna get flame tongued here.
Oh, no. He plays a Shredder, so that's less than what we expected. He's hitting us for 6 with the Zap-O-Matic and with 1 with the Anoyotron.
Okay, I draw the Twilight Drake, still holding the Mortal Coil, Giant, Defender of Argus, Molten Giant, and the Sun Fury Protector. Oh, I need one more mana. I'm trying to pick between the Sun Fury Protector or the Defender of Argus.
Yeah. Just to offer a little bit of insight here. When you ever have like a giant or drake in hand and
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to debate whether or not which one to taunt, you want to try and think a few turns ahead. So Twilight Drake Sun Fury works really well, and probably with this deck we're going to have Molten cost 0. So it's better to play the Argus here.
Argus? Okay.
Okay.
So that you leave the least costing taunt for your bigger creatures.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, keeping the cheaper taunt for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always better to do unless you have like multiple plays.
Yeah.
Like if you chop deck Dark Bomb or something like that.
Yeah. All right, so it's turn 5 for our friend the Shaman. He has 4 cards. The Zapomatic's still there. The Anoyotron and the Shredder.
This isn't looking too good.
It's alright.
He totems and gets the Spell Power one. This Lava Burst. Lightning Bolt into the Ancient Watcher. And runs the Shredder in. Out comes a Millhouse. Oh my god. That's just what we needed. The board just got worse. And he hits us in the face for 7 again. And he played a Cogmaster too on top of all that.
Okay, well, it's turn 6. I drew a Mountain Giant. Got the Twilight Drake, Mortal Coil, another Mountain Giant, the Molten Giant, and the Sun Fury Protector. So I guess it's Molten Giant, Sun Fury Protector?
So he has 11 damage on board.
I mean, so many possibilities. Earth Shock would kill the Drake outright.
Yeah. Well, I'm basically debating on whether or not you want to tap.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I'd probably tap, because your Hellfire would be nice.
Void Caller.
Nope. Molten Giant, Sun Fury?
Yeah, so when you have Molten, it's okay to tap.
Yep.
And you're pretty desperate here, so being greedy is fine. I would attack that.
Attack the Anoyotron? Okay.
Just pop the shield off.
Alright. He played that, and now it's turn 6, but he's overloaded for 1. So he has 5 mana available to him. Let's see. It's a pretty intimidating board. But maybe he doesn't have anything to get through it. He has to go the hard way.
Please trade this
We can hope.
He's trading the Zapomatic? That's weird.
Alright, well, he must have something special in his hand.
He's trading everything. He trade Millhouse, he trade the whole board into this. Play a Mech Warper. And another Shredder. Hellfire now.
Okay. Mal'Ganis. Can't even get Mal'Ganis on the board. So we drew Mal'Ganis, rolling a Voidwalker, 2 Mountain Giants, Twilight Drake, and the Mortal Coil. Well, we don't have any more taunts. Do we
want to keep this Sun Fury in there? Or?
So first I would start off by coiling the Mech Warper. So just to cycle.
So hit this Mech Warper with Sun Fury and then Mortal Coil after.
Yeah, coil last. Yeah. So you draw.
There.
That was almost a big up, so I almost did the Mortal Coil first, everybody. I stopped myself in time, and we draw another Mortal Coil for that.
So I would not tap here, and I would just play Void Caller.
Void Caller?
We'll drop the Void Caller and hope for the best.
Yep.
Trying to get
I didn't have it last turn, so.
Yep. Trying to get our friend Mal'Ganis out there. Okay, in his turn 7, he plays Lothab. He's probably going to go face. And he does. For 4, setting us down to 8. And he got a healing totem out of there.
There's Hellfire, but we can't play it because of Lotheb. So do I trade the Void Caller into his piloted shredder to get Morganis out?
I would actually trade it into Lotheb just because it reduces the board damage.
Yeah.
Because if you trade into Piloted Shredder and you can't kill what comes out of it, we're reducing the damage by less than trading into a Lotheb.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
And
way
I would have
that
played.
And then, go ahead.
I would have played Mountain Giant first, but it didn't matter because you had an extra mana. But if you, like, it would have mattered if.
Oh, okay.
You know
Gotcha.
what I mean? We can still play it, but just for
yes.
practicing purposes.
To
Thank
make
you.
it-
No, I did not even pay attention that I almost ruined my Molten Giant by reducing the cards in my hand too low.
All
So
right.
now we have-
Usually, when you're playing Handlock, it's best to figure out your play first because of Mountain Giant costings and stuff like that.
All right. Turn 8. 2 cards left. Lava Burst into Mal'Ganis for 6. Shredder goes in. And he gets a Fairy Dragon. And then a Fire Guard Destroyer he played. And it became a 5/6.
Okay, I drew an Ironbeak Owl. We're holding Hellfire, Mortal Coil, the Twilight Drake, and the Mountain Giant. I do not want to Hellfire.
Do we? Or do we not? Well,
I guess it would clear the... I mean, I could take the Mountain Giant into the Fire Guard. I guess that almost seems like I have to do that. And...
So,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I could use a suggestion.
I think I would. I don't know. I think I would Iron Beak the 5/6 Hellfire and then attack into it. You need Healbot.
So Iron Beak 5/6, Hellfire, attack into it.
Yeah, I would have Hellfired first so you keep the Iron Beak.
Oh, that's right.
It's alright. It's all good. We're dead to so many things here.
Yeah. Lava Burst, Crackles.
Topi draws death.
It's a Crackle. It's a Lava Burst.
Lava Burst.
You didn't need to
Didn't matter
totem.
anyway.
Yeah.
We would have been dead anyway because of Fairy Dragon. So Hellfiring was like taking the same amount of damage, which is why we decided to do that there.
Gotcha.
It played around Flame Tongue Totem.
Oh, well. Like it's still learning stuff here, though. I appreciate it. We'll go ahead and try this again.
There were a couple
Yeah,
of
it's like-
cleanup items there on ordering and the mountain.
Yes.
Yep. That's
I
good.
need to work. It's I got to really try hard and focus on these things. Again, this is a refer to episode 17 issue, but it'll be good.
Oh, we're playing another 6/6/6.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's another Warlock.
I don't know them. All right, I drew Molten Giant, Mortal Coil, and Mountain Giant. Against another Warlock? I kind of want to keep this hand.
Okay. Mountain Giant is kind of up to the player. Usually I assume all Warlocks are aggro because if they're not, then we get 3 taps to draw into our control things. So I probably would throw back Coil and Mountain and just keep Molten and look for Hellfire and Dark Bomb and things that are dealing with aggro.
Okay.
Gotcha. So, yeah, we
because if
got
you
our
think-
Hellfire and the Twilight Drake.
And
And
Void
we
Caller.
drew a Void Caller, and I guess I'll end my turn. I'm sorry,
Because if
Karma, I
you-
cut you off.
Oh, that's okay. If you think about it, whenever you're deciding what to keep against the deck, unless you know it's a slow deck like Warrior, it's always better to mulligan for aggro because if it's control, you'll just have more time to draw your things, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes.
So his
So-
turn 1, he played a Flame Imp, so it is Zoolock of some kind.
Yep, I drew an Ironbeak Owl on my next turn. And there's no need to play it, so I guess I'm just going to tap and draw a card.
Yep.
And I drew a Mortal Coil, and we'll end our turn.
Alright, it's turn 2 for the Warlock. He goes face with the Flame Imp and plays an Nerubian Egg. That's it.
Okay, my third turn, I drew Ancient Watcher. Still got the Mortal Coil, Ironbeak Owl, Void Caller, Molten Giant, Hellfire, and a Twilight Drake. I don't... I could put out the Ancient Watcher and then silence it next turn.
I like Iron Beaking the egg. The only problem with that is a Void Caller,
Okay.
but we're trying to set up a Hellfire for turn 4 here, and hoping he kind of overcommits. And if he doesn't, we'll just drop the Drake. And Iron Beak trades into Flame Imp.
Flame Imp. I wasn't sure if you were gonna go for the silence there. That's what I first thought, but then I'm like, maybe not. But,
Okay, so I silenced the Nerubian Egg, ending my turn.
If we didn't have Hellfire, I probably would have just played Giant.
Oh, he tapped. That's good. A coin.
And we get a trade, so that's good. Now we take board control.
It's another egg. Oh, he went face with the Flame Imp. Second Hellfire. Okay.
Do I trade into the other Nerubian Egg before I do the Hellfire?
Well,
no. I would just trade into the Flame Imp and play Drake. You don't want a Hellfire now. Because Hellfiring now would add more damage to the board.
Yeah, it makes it worse with the 4/4.
So that's what I'm doing. I traded, dropping the Twilight Drake. It's now a 4/7, ending my turn.
We're going to force him to pop the egg for himself, which sets up, as soon as he overcommits, we can just Hellfire and Coil his whole board.
Alright, there's a Void Caller from his side. And that's it.
We draw a big game hunter. I got 2 Hellfires, the Ancient Watcher, Mortal Coil, Void Caller, and a Molten Giant, and 5 mana.
I wonder.
This is tough turn. We could pop the Void Caller and see if he's bluffing.
Mal'Ganis comes out, you have the answer right there.
Yep. If it's Doomguard, it's not that big of an issue.
All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to
Yeah.
pop the Void Caller since I have a BGH in my hand.
It's
Yeah,
a
he
bluff.
bluffed it.
And okay, nothing comes out.
So I would just play your Void Caller here. Even though you don't have a demon, it's just something on the board.
Yeah.
Play my Void Caller, and that's it, ending my turn.
To me, it's always Mal'Ganis, Karma. I don't know about you, but that's for me, that's how it works.
Yeah, it is. It's always Mal'Ganis.
There's nothing. It's not usual. All right, so he in his turn 5, he played a Void Terror. He ate one of the eggs and not the other. I'm not sure why, and he even admits that was a mistake. Okay.
Okay. So we, on our turn 6, we drew another Mortal Coil. So we got 2 of those, 2 Hellfires, BGH, and a Molten Giant. And an Ancient Watcher.
So many possibilities.
So when your hand's kind of like this, where you don't have any obvious plays,
Yeah.
kind of want to figure out, what is my best course of action. So we probably want to coil something because our hand is terrible.
Yeah.
But that only costs 2 mana, so I think we're going to want to tap first to see if we can find a demon.
Yep.
Okay. Tapping, and we get Mal'Ganis. So,
Okay.
do we
So we
want
want
to
to trade the 4/4 into the 3/5 and then coil, and then the 3/4 into the 4/4 and coil.
And coil, yep.
That's what I'm doing. Oh, no, that's not.
Coil.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
And coil.
Yeah, I almost played BGH instead of
Other
the coil.
coil. Did you
Got
get
it.
it?
Yep,
Oh,
got them both in.
I'm panicking with the
That's-
rope, Karma. I
That's
have
an issue on this with me. I haven't missed it in a while though. I've gotten them all of my plays in lately.
I have weekly heart attacks with this. It's like, where are we getting it?
But
Oh, he played Sylvanas on his turn 6.
that's not cool.
All right. So
We run.
let's tap here for the free tap.
Yeah, we have another Iron Beak too, so maybe nope.
Nope.
So I would play Ancient Watcher and Sun Fury and attack Malgan, or just Ancient Watcher for now, and just attack into the Sylvanas.
Wait, what are you taunting up with?
After we will. If he takes Watcher, we don't want him taunted.
Oh, so you run.
Okay, play the Ancient Watcher, run Mal'Ganis into Sylvanas.
Do you think he runs Moltens?
No, this is Sue. I don't.
Just taunt the Watcher. Just go face then.
Sun Fury the
face.
Watcher, Sun Fury the Watcher, and go face.
Only the Watcher.
So all the way to the left, Dan, the Sun Fury Protector.
Yeah, that was a good point. And I like that play better. Originally, I thought that we should kill the Sylvanas and then just kill whatever it takes in case of Shadow Flame. But
I gotcha. Well,
I like just taunting the Watcher better.
This is like the slow Zulok, maybe, man. 7 turn. He has Sylvanas, and that Silence Egg is still out there. He plays the Defender of the Argus. Does that hold up? And he trades into. Oh,
why would he do that?
He dark bombs his own
that's horrible.
Sylvanas.
That's a horrible play.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, as I say.
All right,
so explain
let me-
to our podcast listeners what just happened.
Let me recap. He ran the, what was it? Something into the Watcher. It killed it. Then he killed the Twilight Drake. Oh, the Sylvanas into the Watcher. Killed it after playing an Argus. Then the egg into the Twilight Drake. And he dark bombed his own taunted up Sylvanas, which took the Sun Fury, and then he conceded because...
He was hoping to get Mal'Ganis.
Oh, but it was awful because Siphon Soul, BGH, Hellfires, all kinds of bad stuff could happen to him.
Okay, well.
Okay.
It's just, I mean, he had a taunted Sylvanas. You don't kill your own taunted Sylvanas. Like, we didn't have a way to deal with that turn.
He was trying to get
That turn
cute.
previously.
I guess.
So I have no idea what that line of thinking was.
Well, I think we got Mal'Ganis on the board, and they just started panicking.
Yep.
Like, we got to get rid of that.
Hey, Karma, you got one more in you, or do you
Yeah,
have to-
sure. Of
Okay.
course.
We try to get at least 3 if possible.
All right.
All right, here we go. Yeah, we've only had 1-2 match session so far, and that was with an epic control hunter. No, not control hunter. Control warrior.
Yeah, we played Karma, this crazy mill warrior
That's right.
that ran that card that puts the mine on your deck.
Oh, and you bounce it back with
And
pandas?
he's like, you're in fatigue, and he plays it, and then you draw it, and it didn't work for him. He died, but it took 25 minutes.
Oh, man.
All right, so I'm going second this time.
This is a mage now.
I draw Hellfire, Ancient Watcher, Mal'Ganis, and Void Caller. Yes,
So
we're playing a mage.
Your line of thinking here would be, this is Tempo Mage or some kind of aggro mage?
Yes. Yeah.
Not Freeze Mage.
So
Right.
I wouldn't.
Right.
Would I keep the Ancient Watcher in hopes of maybe being able to taunt it up or something? In an early.
Typically, I would say that's a good idea, but with this hand,
You have the Parademons.
yeah, that's the money draw right there.
That's good stuff.
this early.
Yeah. I'd probably just get rid of the Watcher. Yeah. And you have
Okay.
coin. So you have coin Hellfire if things go sour. And you have coin Void Collar as well. So I don't know. It's a little greedy, but I think greed works when you're in unfavorable matchups.
Oh, it's Mech Mage apparently, because a Clockwork Gnome comes out to announce that he's ready.
We draw an Iron Beak Owl. I guess I would just end my turn here.
Yeah. This is gonna be rough. I hate Mech Mage. It's probably one of the worst matchups there is.
Yeah, it abuses us.
I guess it's a good thing we can get that Void Caller out soon.
Oh boy, here comes the Meg Warper, right on curve. This is scary.
All right.
All right. I drew a Defender of Argus. I got Iron Beak Owl, the Coin, Hellfire, Sun Fury Protector, Mal'Ganis, and Void Caller. Am I silencing the Mech Warper?
Yes. Yep, just
Okay.
get something on the board. Best case scenario is he pings and passes the turn. We probably win if he does that.
You're trying to deny Shredder, right?
Yes, yes. Shredder is the most OP card in the game.
It's a problematic card for us. Okay.
It's almost as bad as Scientist.
All right. So we silence that guy, and you're ending the turn.
Yep.
You click it, Dan?
Oh, yes, I did. See? I clicked it.
All right. All right. Turn 3. Pair of mechs. One of them has been silenced. Spider Tank. Okay. He trades his Mech Warper into an owl and hits us in the face for 2.
Oh, it's an awesome draw.
Okay, yes, I drew a Mortal Coil. Take out the Mech Warper. the
I
Mortal
would coin
Coil?
Void Caller here.
Oh,
Oh, Coin Void Caller. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Going
just
to-
start getting stuff going here.
All right, we're coining out
Start
the
shoving
Void Caller.
stuff onto the board at this point.
Anything we can get. All right.
so he
If
needs.
he doesn't have Fireball,
Yeah.
we're in really good shape.
So if he trades this stuff and then fireballs Mal'Ganis, well, we're a little sad, but I guess we get rid of a fireball.
Yeah, that's
And-
a big if that he doesn't have Fireball.
And the whole board. I mean, you just clear everything. But yeah. Oh, Anoyatron comes down. And Frostbolt on our Void Caller. And here comes 3, 5, 7 to the face.
To the dome.
Okay, we drew Emperor Tharusian on our turn 4. Mortal Coil, Defender of Argus, Hellfire, Sun Fury Protector, and that Mal'Ganis. Oh,
So if we Hellfire, we get a full health Mal'Ganis, and he has a 3/1 and a 1/2.
so I
So
was
he'd
thinking.
only need 3 damage.
Yeah. Another Frostbolt. Oh,
I like that play.
All right,
there's a-
so
Goblin
Hellfire?
Blast. Yeah.
So the line of thinking here is we get the full health Mal'Ganis. If he has Fireball, he trades in Anoyatron. That's his whole turn. He's left with a 3/1 that we can just coil next turn.
okay, so I'm playing Hellfire,
Yep.
and we are getting our Mal'Ganis out.
Now the
And we'll
Blast
end our
Mage
turn.
is a consideration, but it's RNG, right? So
Yeah. And none of them would hurt our face, so
he has
of
it.
course they always do.
Fireballs. And Anoyatron, that's the turn. And 3 more to the dome.
All
Molten?
right, turn 5. I draw Antique Healbot, but I imagine we want a Mortal Coil down the Spider Tank.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to Mortal Coil down the Spider Tank. We draw
There you
Ancient
go.
Watcher, Sun Fury Protector,
Yep.
or just you would do that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to get stuff on the board. He's out a Fireball and a Frostbolt, which means his max amount of burst is 9. Unless he plays Antonidas, and he only has 3 cards in hand because 1's a spare part.
Right.
So we're going to start using our health and our card advantage to win us the game.
Alright, turn 6 for Mage. Plays another Spider Tank. And emergency coolant on the Sun Fury. And he's going to ping the Watcher for 1. And that's it.
Okay, turn 6.
Another
I draw
Watcher.
another Watcher. Antique Killbot, the Emperor, and Defender of Argus. Drop the Emperor?
Emperor's green, baby. Get it
Alright.
up there.
Dropping the Emperor. Get in there, buddy. It's your turn.
So, no. Oh, no. Never mind.
There's no need to
Oh.
Watcher and Defender. Too much wall, no need. And Flame Strike stuff.
Right, if he flame strikes and he leaves Emperor up, then it's good for us. And if he goes face again, it doesn't... We're not dead to anything here, except, like... Actually, I don't think we're dead in any way. Maybe... I don't think we're dead.
Yeah. And they
Plus, we have the heal bot, so...
and this doesn't run Flame Strike generally, so
Right. But Flame Strike isn't even bad here for us because of Emperor.
right. Dr.
course.
Boom
Dr.
is
Boom.
bad.
Alrighty.
So tired of him.
That's how it is. Okay, we draw a Mountain Giant. So is this an anti-Killbot Defender of Argus move?
We tap for some reason.
You have to try... This is the point, Handlock, where you really have to read your opponent's hand.
Possibilities.
And guess, engage if you think... Gauge and think if you think that he has the damage to kill you. So we're sitting at 13 right now. He has 2 cards, 3 cards in hand. And he's burned 2 of his burn cards. So out of 22 cards, only 2 of them would kill us if we tapped.
Okay,
But
so
he has boom bots, so
yeah.
I think we're really far ahead, and Healbot is safer. So I would probably tap Healbot Watcher and save the Argus.
And how do we trade here?
Okay, kill the boom. I would coil a boom bot after trading in Sun Fury Protector.
And now trade
Kill.
into Boom. Dr. Boom, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was there anything else?
Yeah, I would have coiled a boom bot before trading an Emperor
Oh.
to see if he could absorb damage.
Oh, okay.
But it's fine. Unless this boom bot hits for 4 on the Watcher.
So Boombot went to face for 3. I see. So the order there, to recap, was coil first when the Emperor was still on the board, and then trade all this stuff. Alright,
Yeah.
so the second Boombot hit us for 2, and then Blast Mage comes and hits us for 3
No,
to the face.
no way!
Second Blast Mage, and it did not kill Watcher. It's still out there. Wow. Most resilient Watcher.
Okay, well, I draw a Dark Bomb. We got Mortal
good
Coil,
Wow.
the Ancient Watcher, and Defender of Argus.
We bomb coil, I guess.
So
Bomb coil, yep.
Okay,
Bomb coil,
bomb.
one of them.
And we get a Void Caller out of our other coil.
So then I would just Argus, Watcher.
Watcher Argus.
Watcher, Argus, yeah.
And trade?
Do we-
Trade. Yeah.
Yeah, trade.
Okay. So I put my Defender of Argus, and I'm going to trade my Healbot into his... What was that? His 5/4 guy. And
Yeah,
I'm
the
done.
Goblin Blast Mage. So we're hoping for no Antonidas, no... What else? Loatheb? Not Loatheb wouldn't be too bad.
Just Antonidas is bad here.
Alright, he plays a Mech Warper. And there's Shredder that we've been announcing this whole time. And he's gonna start to ping us for 1 to the face.
Alright, 9. Okay, we get an Owl. Since he doesn't have any cards in his hand, am I going to silence the Shredder?
Yeah. Yeah, I would
Okay.
just Void Collar, Silence.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to silence his Shredder. Going to play my Void Caller
Just go face.
Yep.
and go to the face for 2 points, finally.
If he top decks Fireball, we lose. Everything else we're fine.
Yeah.
If we draw Healbot, we win.
Belcher. So he's one of those slower kinds. Alright, so he fireballs for 1 again to the face and trades 2 of his things into the Watcher. So we and end turn.
All right, there we
There's
go. We
heal,
win.
but
All right. Okay.
we
So play the antique healbot.
we tap.
Yeah, I would tap. Yeah,
first?
start
Oh.
tapping.
Tap first.
Yep.
Mhm.
No way he
Okay,
can kill
tap.
you. I mean, oh man,
Okay.
that's awful.
We get to play one of them next turn, though. That's why we want to tap there.
Okay, so
We
now
got
I'm gonna
two
play my
mountain
antique
giants.
healbot.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let me see. So go ahead and remove the sludge belcher.
Yep,
With
remove it
trade?
with your Void Collar and your Iron Beak so that your 2/1 lives.
You mean the
Or your
two,
2/3
the
lives.
2/3 lives, yeah. I think we win from here, right? I mean, I don't see how
Yeah.
he... Unless he gets, like, Arcane Intellect into something amazing. I don't...
He would need Antonitis, and then for us not to be able to kill it, and then he would draw into 2 spells consecutively.
Oh, man. Tinkertown Technician. He's just going face? Oh, wow. That's interesting.
25. Okay, so we draw a
Molten
molten giant.
Still play the mountain?
Yeah, I would play Mountain.
Okay, so we're gonna drop a mountain giant.
What do you
I
trade
trade?
here?
Void Collar.
Yeah.
Just because he can ping it.
And then
Although he
going to
didn't ping it, he went face.
Yeah,
Right?
that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Maybe he won't ping it because he's crazy, but okay. Because he wants to
He's-
take 3 damage forever. All right, turn, I don't know, 13?
Something like that.
He's at 20 health and probably going to concede at this point, but maybe he has something left in him. Unstable
Oh,
portal,
no.
Deathwing.
You
Nope.
can play it too. No, you got a
Questing
questing
adventure.
adventure.
He keeps going face.
Alright,
Twilight
I
Drake.
drew a Twilight Drake. Go ahead and drop the other mountain giant.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's semantics. You can play anything and the game is over.
Okay.
Unless the Unstable Portal's Deathwing.
So leave the 2/2 up, or
No,
do-
I would kill it,
Kill it?
because if he draws Arcane Intellect, Frostbolt, Ice,
Okay.
Fireball, we're dead.
Just
with the
such-
antique heal
It
bot.
doesn't matter, really, but yeah.
Anything but the Mountain Giant you could trade into that.
Hey,
Overkill
Makes
for
this big.
6. That's funny.
okay, so he has to have an I win card in his hand right now.
You
Nah.
should ping face and concede. That's the correct play.
Pyroblast own face?
Yep.
That can be it too.
That's right. I have seen weird decks like this running a Pyroblast.
Oh, I've seen him. That night, that's what was happening. Pyroblast coming out of nowhere.
Oh, well, maybe that's
Whoa.
Flame Strike.
He did have Flame
Help
Strike.
him.
It's probably why he's running 15 with this deck, because he's running Flame Strike.
Yeah. That's not nice. Okay.
Okay.
But it's
Well,
true.
I'm just going to take my mountain giants and run into them and end the game.
Woo!
Right, yay.
I personally just don't like Mech Flame Strike and Mech Mage. It just
Yeah,
doesn't help you at all.
By the time you have to do it, you're already done.
Like that deck is YOLO every single turn. You just hope your opponent has nothing every turn. Like there's no thinking in that deck. You just play all your stuff and then hope that they have no answer and you win. So there's no point in running Flame Strike because they're usually dead by turn 7 anyway.
Yeah. So, what did those feel like? Pretty typical Handlock games?
Yeah.
The mech
Battling
shaman.
the aggro, smashing your head against the wall, trying to hope you draw Healbot and Molten.
Yeah, we certainly drew a couple of timely heal bots in that last one. That was nice.
It's kind of like Rogue and Sprint, where you need it before turn 14 or 15, and you're pretty much good. But if you don't draw it before 14 or 15, you're in trouble.
It is bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. But we don't want to completely
Yeah, because I know you have.
capitalize all your time this evening.
I know you have your fans are waiting for Karma to show up and destroy
Yes.
some noobs on the ladder.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, streaming.
Yep.
We do not want to capitalize upon your time anymore. So I want to thank you so much for coming on and doing this. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. I had an awesome time.
And I will be making a point to drop into your stream. I've been
Awesome.
trying to make sure to try and get out and do some more of those things. So I shall. You'll be seeing my happy little. Well, I don't guess you won't see my happy little face in there, but you'll see me pop in.
I'll see your happy emoticons, your kappas and stuff.
Yeah. So again, for our listeners, please go pay your respects to the Queen of Handlock.
Yes.
She streams daily. She's a lot of fun to watch, and she's been very generous here, coming on the show and hanging out with us and helping Dan get a couple stars. So that's always good. So
and learning a lot. That was very, very helpful.
Yeah.
With the picks and using the I never would have used the owl like that. So yeah, that was excellent. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So do you want
problem.
to plug anything, Karma? That you?
Sure. I can just say my stuff.
Jeez.
You can follow me on at Karma TV on Twitter. It's KARMAH TV because regular Karma was taken. And you'll see a pattern. My Twitch channel is twitch.tv/KARMAAH. I stream there weekdays. It's with the Boston accent because regular Karma was taken. So I'm from Boston, so I had to add that in there.
So it works. Excellent. Well,
It works.
we'll put some links into your Twitch channel and whatever on our on the episode when it comes out. We'll put this one up. Say tomorrow.
Yeah, this goes up
Awesome.
tomorrow.
So,
So
yeah, we'll put this one up tomorrow.
You guys are quick. You guys are
We
quick.
try. We
Yeah.
try.
But yeah, if you guys ever need a coach for anything, I'm familiar with decks other than Handlock. So if you ever think about doing this again, don't be afraid to ask.
Oh well, yeah, we'll hold you to it. This was a lot of fun, and
Awesome.
we would love to do this again sometime.
Okay.
So.
all right. Well, you can find us at HearthCoach.net. You can find us on Twitter at HearthCoach, Facebook HearthCoach, and all those other places at HearthCoach. And until next week, good luck laddering.
We'll see you next time, everyone.